Alright, I just caught the end of Blade 3, and I thought this would be a perfect time to make another blog. I mean, it's a really good vampire movie. The all three trilogy, the trilogy of Blade is a really good vampire trilogy. And if you haven't seen it, I highly suggest going out and watching it. It's fun. It's fun. It's action packed. It's in my top 10. It's in my top 10 of vampire movies. Blade. His real name is Eric Brooks, and a lot of people don't know, but he started out as a comic book character, who first appeared in the Tomb of Dracula #10, which came out July 1973. It was written by Marv Wolfman and penciled by Gene Colan. There you go. Blade became very popular again in the 90s when Marvel created like a supernatural team called the Night Stalkers. Blade did the 3 movies. Well, he didn't. They made 3 movies about Blade. A live-action TV series and a animated character which appeared on Spider-Man. And then comic books and video games and stuff like that. Now, the 3 movies were written by David Goyer. He also wrote stuff like Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, the new Batman movie that's coming out probably in a couple of years, Dark City, The Crow, City of Angels, and the 1990 Jean-Claude Van Damme hit Death Warrant. Guillermo del Toro, he directed Blade 2. He also directed this really weird vampire foreign film back in '93 called Kronos. I really liked it. I thought it was fun. It kind of weird, but it was very fun. I think you should all. I encourage you to go ahead and see it. It's so fun. Now, those of you who've never seen the Blade series at all, let me fill you in on a little backstory. Blade is something called a Dhampir, or a child of a vampire father and a human mother. Both in the comic books, Blade's mother was attacked by a vampire which she was pregnant with Eric Blade. When he was born, he had all the abilities of the vampire, but none of the weaknesses. Sunlight doesn't bother him, which makes him a daywalker. Now, Blade, he fights martial arts, weapons expert, very good with the sword and throwing knives. If you've seen the movie, if you haven't, he has this like sword that has this timer. If you don't turn it off at a certain time, things pop out and pretty much explode your hand. It's really cool. Here's a little fun fact. Blade is also a terrific jazz trumpet player. Now, why didn't they leave that in the movie? I think it would have been fun to see Wesley Snipes play a little jazz trumpet, you know? I'm just saying. Now, Dhamphirs. Folklore said like that men who became vampires were so horny for women. Let me read this right. They were so horny for women that they used to love before turning, that they would come back to those women to have sex with them. There's even an actual historic case of a Siberian woman who got pregnant after her husband died. She insisted that her husband had become a vampire and that he came back from the dead to have sex with her. Now, I admit that this could be an attempt to cover up a vampire, an affair that she was having, but I dig deeper into the vampire lore, and the more examples I find with people went on public record about their experiences and encounters with vampires. Again, sex is central with the vampire story. Like in the Blade comic books, Blade's mother was originally a prostitute. All 3 movies feature scenes with sexy vampires, vampire hunters, Jessica Biel naked taking a shower. Oh my god, it was so hot. For the ladies, they had Ryan Reynolds all beefed up, shirtless. Now, you know, the concept the concept of a daywalker, of a damn fear, walking around out there, scares me. I mean, people walking down the street. Maybe a vampire. Some guy bumped you on the street. Could he be a vampire? I don't know. I mean, people are scared. Spiders. Some people are scared. I'm freaked out of daywalkers. I mean, if vampires are walking around every day with us on the street, I mean, the only ways we can tell them apart is by checking whether they can see sunlight. You know, crosses. I mean, if these damn. Okay, see, I've scared myself so much, speechless. I'm having trouble talking. So to wrap it up, Blade is a character in a story who he is a hero and he kills vampires. Now, if you ask me, I don't think that's possible. I doubt that there's a damn fear around that would be so noble. If a vampire could walk around the day and do anything that he wants, I think he would kill and say screw being noble. So on that note, I'm going to call it a night and leave from here. So until next time.